Good sounding All Hallows Even, Day of the Dead, freaks and geeks. This is Railuge, and today we're going to take a look at a kind of old kids movie called Scary Godmother. Now, it has been a while since I've done a review. Last review was my Cool Cat Saves the Kids, and I have listened and taken the advice from the criticisms, and they're not the reason why I haven't gotten around to another review. But I want to do this review for Halloween. First of all, this movie was made by the same company that brought to you Reboot and Beast Wars. Both of them were really good, and back in the day when CG was new. So a lot of the animation hiccups was kind of forgivable because it was a new medium. So how do they hold up when making an actual movie? Well, let's find out. So we get introduced to the group of kids that make up our story.
Where's Jimmy? Oh, it's creepy out here.
Speak of the devil, and the devil shall appear.
Cool. You're late.
I know. I had to get the baby. Come on, Hannah.
I'm coming, Jimmy. I'm coming.
Now, parents, please stop sending your little kids with teenagers to go trick-or-treating with. It is so annoying. Just go with them. Take them out. It's not that difficult. Plus, you get to drive them around. I mean, kids will love that. So, the first thing that I know straight away are the kids' eyes. What is up with that? It's so soulless, and it looks like it's all stretched in and pulled in. Wait, how does she get a normal eyes? What? Why does she not get to look freaky? Come on. Apparently they can do eyeballs. Because it's a mean teenager. They come up with a plan to try to scare Hannah away.
Okay, here's the plan. We're gonna ditch Hannah. We all want lots of candy, don't we?
Whoa. I don't know.
So we'll scare her, and she'll run home, and then we can do what we want, okay?
So that they can trick-or-treat and scare people and be teenagers. They trick her to going into this scary house talking about monsters and how they want to eat the kids unless they give them their candies. And this is where we get to introduce to the scary Godmother. Really? Scary Godmother? So apparently kids have a fairy godmother and a scary godmother. What's the difference? The scary godmother is scary. But let's just ignore the ridiculous of that for now. After all, this is a kids movie, so the scary godmother takes Anna to her place. Stranger danger, anyone?
My roommate.
Oh, my scary godmother. Sorry to be so late, but I just had to get these old bones bleached for the party.
The skeleton came out of the closet. So he's obviously gay. he just came out of the closet. But they don't point it out. The only thing they do is his demeanor, and I actually kind of like this. It's once the kids grow up and they're like, oh, wait a minute. Is he? He came out of the closet. He is gay. So, but it's not like in their face. So, after a pointless scene with the teens, we get introduced to the worst character in this movie.
Only to his mother. It's just Harry. Hi, Harry. Come on in.
Thank you, scary godmother. I don't mind if I do. Where are those wonderful smells emanating from? The goodie plate, I believe. You won't mind if I just sample the delicacies, do you? Ow, no!
Not only do they have him being a glutton, but they have him being that annoying theater-goer trope. Why does this exist?
You know who she is?
Of course! It's Ophelia St. Tartar, who played the Princess of Ectoplasmania in episode 42 of this... Oh, Miss Ruby, delightful to see you, my dear. Yes, howl, howl, aren't I frightful? Rend, tear, fold, mutilate. 'Tis too much for me and my pithy soul. The light burns. It burns worse than the worst burn ever.
And then we get introduced to the vampire family.
I get it. Hello, Count Max, Ruby, Orson.
Good evening, scary godmother.
Shall we move to the other room?
Lovely.
Delightful. Okay.
Why are they just standing there?
Oh no, that's right. Vampires can't enter a house unless you invite them in.
Really? That's very polite.
They actually got that correct. A children's movie includes a very crucial point of the vampire lore, where a lot of other vampire movies don't have this. It's kind of interesting, and it kind of makes the vampires not so scary. And they also can't use their powers of like persuasion to persuade you to let them in, because their powers won't work inside the house unless they're in the house. So that kind of shows that really degrades the scariness of vampires, especially to little kids. And then we have a scene where Hannah and the child vampire have a conversation where they are similar but different.
Yeah, but you're just a kid.
So are you.
Do you go to school?
Sure, night school. Don't you go to school?
I go to school. Sacred Heart.
Sounds tasty. But you go during the day.
So?
How can you see with all that sunlight in your eyes?
I can't see in the dark.
You can't? It's his first real human. Cute.
It's like they go through the same kind of worries and fears, but the vampire's a little different and don't understand the human life, and the human doesn't understand the vampire life, and it kind of brings a human connection with the vampire. I might give this movie some crap, but I actually really like this aspect of this movie. The vampire puts the werewolf to sleep because he's annoying, and we get introduced to another interesting character, Bugaboo, the monster that lives underneath your bed.
Heaven forbid. It wouldn't be a party without you here, Bugaboo. Come on up. on monsters that hide in your closet. Yeah, and Bugaboo is a monster that hides under your bed.
Nice cover.
Oh, that explains Boogeyman. And we get this bizarre scene with a bunch of awkwardly animated dancing. And this really bugs me. The soundtrack is actually good. I love the music they have in this. It's smooth, it's catchy, it's appropriate for the scenes, but then it gets shut down by janky animation. And talk about those vampires' necks. I mean, ugh. But the rest of the character models are fine. Just those necks, those goddamn skinny ass, look like they're about to break necks. And this is coming from animation giants. I mean, little bounciness and like the whole like 60 styles of like running is kind of endearing to children, but for some reason it feels like Mainframe Studios is stuck in the past. They didn't change, they didn't evolve, they didn't grow up with their audience, which is fine, I guess, since it's still a kids movie, but Disney can animate and model so much better, and they've grown up with the times in most cases. And then we get this scene.
I'm the leader of this group, and I say we wait.
Who made you leader?
What do you mean? Of course I'm the leader.
That's not fair. We didn't even vote.
You want to vote? Fine, we'll vote. Who wants me for leader? Okay. Who wants Bert for leader? Daryl? Katie?
That's one vote for everyone. I demand a recount. That's still one vote for everyone. Recount. That's one vote for everyone. Recount.
What are you doing? Nobody has changed their vote.
I just want to see how long he'll keep this up.
Oh.
Recount.
This joke. Kids won't get this joke. And even the parents that understand the joke won't find this funny. So who is this joke aimed towards? Plus, it's been done to death when it was a viable joke.
So what now?
Stick it in park and wait.
Come on, you need to read the scene. You need to read your group. You're the only one that wants to do scary things. Everybody else just wants to trick or treat and have a good time. Everybody was actually for having Hannah with them. I mean, you got a cat and a candy and a baseball player in an SUV. Come on. You're the only one that dressed up scary. Even though the devil suit is very cliche at this point. So, we have an actual decent scene where the monsters are sitting around there talking and they're getting to know each other, and this actually looks like a party. And this is in a kids movie where it's like you sit them in front of the television and have them be babysitted by flashing colors. But they actually have like portray human emotions in these characters. And then the whole scene's ruined by Harry eating all of the food. Why do they invite this guy over? He is annoying. He eats all the food. He's not considerate of other people. Why is this person at this party? Everybody else, the skeleton, the vampires, the monster underneath the bed, they're decent people. I would love to hang out with this group. Oh my god. Am I liking this movie? No! No, half of it is bad! Half of it is bad, or is it even half? I don't know. But this scene actually makes us feel alive. So, Hannah and Bugaboo gets acquainted. And she learns he likes what she likes, and that monsters don't actually eat children. They just scare them for their job. Somewhat similar to Monsters, Inc. So, they order some pizza, and scary Godmother threatens Harry in a very mafia hit style.
You have wrecked my cat table, insulted my roommates, made a mess of my house, and stuck me for 12 pizzas. Harry, sometimes you are insensitive, boorish, and you just have plain lousy table manners.
No, please, I'll do anything.
I know you will, Harry. You'll help me in the pumpkin patch, you'll knit spiderwebs, clean the tombs. Oh, yes, you'll probably have tonight paid off by Halloween next year. Enjoy your pizza.
It's turned to ashes in my mouth.
That made me happy. But then, the monsters learn about who Jimmy is, her cousin. And Hannah learns that he's actually scared of, Bugaboo.
No, not anymore. But Jimmy said...
Jimmy? Wait a minute. Is this that same Jimmy that said I like to gobble up little girls? Then it's the same Jimmy that's on my route. I scare him silly every other Thursday.
So, they come up with a plan to scare him and get him back. And, well, I have to say, this is the best scene in the movie.
Who the heck are you? What are you doing here?
I'm Orson. I am a vampire.
I'm Jimmy. I'm the devil. Happy Halloween. Hey, have you seen a little kid dressed like a dumb fairy princess, probably bawling her eyes out like a big baby?
Fairy wings, gold crown, pink dress?
Yeah!
Nope.
Oh, this is Daryl. He's a piece of candy. Katie, she's a cat. And Bert, he's
He's a baseball player driving his SUV. Nice laser cannon, by the way. See? The vampire kid knows what I'm supposed to be.
Aw, he ain't no vampire. He's just another dorky kid someone else dared to go into the spook house. Am I right?
Just for the record, I think you're a real vampire.
Hey, cut it out. This kid's not a real vampire.
I'm gonna tell my dad that you said I'm not a real vampire.
Tell him. Tell your mom, too.
Mom! Dad!
Darling, stop me if you've heard this one. 4 naughty kids walk into a spook house.
And?
What end? And we eat them, of course.
Oh, now you tell the funny joke.
Except for this.
Tis to my much for me and my pithy soul. The light burns. It burns worse than the worst burn ever. Oh, mercy me. Is this the end of poor Harry? It seems so. Goodbye, Mother. I can see a long tunnel with a bright light. I move towards the light. No, all right. I die. I flail. Then I die.
Why is this a trope? Why is this a thing that people put into movies? I've never seen anybody act like this. I've even been in a few plays myself, and I've never ran into anybody that is so over the top like that. I've seen some hams, some people that just hams up the scene, but no one that overreacts and just really out. Well, there's Will Ferrell, but still, I've never seen him in person actually. But I've seen people that complain about this. They're like, "Oh, he's in theater. That means he overdoes everything. He takes the theater into life." And no, I've never seen anybody just in the actual public in the real world just overreacting everything they do. Oh, wait. I'm doing that. So, anyway, the teens get scared spitless. They rely on Hannah to get them out of the situation. She receives a key from the scary godmother so that she can come and visit them whenever she wants. And the movie ends with a happy ending. And to be honest, this movie is actually kind of harmless. I mean, it's a kids' movie. It does what it needs to do. It entertains children. I just wish the animation wasn't so bad that they completely do a redo on the wolf. I wouldn't mind it so much if the only character flaw with him was that he eats their food. That kind of pushed the plot forward slightly, but with him always performing and overdoing everything, and oh, I faint. Oh, it's just the only time that should have been pulled out was at the end. But otherwise, this was an okay movie. I'll let my kids watch it, sure. So it is better than Cool Cat Saves the Kids. But can I really put it over Bram Stoker's Dracula? No, not really. Would I let my kids watch Bram Stoker's Dracula? Hell no. In fact, I don't even think my adult child has seen that one yet. So, that's my viewpoint on this movie. It's not bad, but I expected more from Mainframe Studios. So, just conversation in the comment section. What do you guys think of the movie? I do actually urge you guys to check it out, especially if you have kids. And apparently it was based on a comic. I did not know that. Is the comic any good? I don't know. I wanted to review this movie on its own without knowing anything of what it was as a comic. Also, go ahead, check out the comics. I've heard that the movie was actually kind of word for word for the comic, and there's more comics than movies. So, check it out. These guys are... The story is actually kind of good for kids. And it's more of a pleasant experience than a bad one. Just a couple scenes could be cut out. So, what do you guys think? Also, what do you think of my video? please click on whichever thumb you think is appropriate for it. I do take criticisms, and I also been reading comments. So if you'd like to get your voice heard through my voice, go ahead, comment. I read them. I find the interesting ones, and I make a video out of it. And like I had mentioned, I actually take criticism. Like, I'm making sure that the sound is spot on this time. I used better systems. I got a better computer this time to render everything. And I just hope I bring you guys a better experience. And if I can even improve it even more, let me know. And until next time, stay scary.